Hey, hey, this is Jedi Steve. And after watching some movie that was talking about Einstein being unable to solve the mind of God, I decided to solve it within the next 24 hours because they kept on saying Einstein never was able to do this. And what I came up with was a quantum jumping way and a process of quantum jumping. And I always kept it myself, shared it with some people because I just was thinking a lot of people weren't ready for it. And then a lot of times when you're teaching this stuff, people put so much doubt in it. I'm always willing to test an idea, but I'm not just going to give somebody that's just going to want to theorize with it, because it's just a fucking waste. If we're going to do it, I'm not going to sit in a room and talk about playing a football game. We're going to fucking talk about it, at least on the field and walking through the place, not being in a room all the time and then all of a sudden it's in the championship and then we just learn it doesn't work. So, when I knew that it was time was when I heard about the Mandela effect. So basically there's a large population of people that think Mandela was in prison, got out of prison, became president. And that's the understanding that I have. But there's a group of people, I don't know to what size it is, but they have memorations, I was going to say. They have memories of when he died in prison, and they have memories of his funeral, and they have detailed memories of all these things. There's even some papers that some of the stuff was announced in and everything like that. So what that is there's a large group of people that have there's two consciousness that are there. I believe, and this isn't my theory, but there's a lot of people that think there's thousands of possibilities, not that are all existing. And most of us could agree that you have 1,000 possibilities for any situations, or some people would even say all possibilities. You have 1,000 situations until you get to the present moment. Then it's limited as you go towards the future. But the way I understand it is all those possibilities are living. How can you manage that? A lot of us can't manage our daily basis. So what I did is I created a process. So first of all, you have to become worthy of what you're creating. That's the most important thing. You have to set intentions for what you want to create. And you have to have the belief system to match around it. So getting all these things together and being worthy of what you're becoming is important. Being willing to become that person and being able to channel all the different pieces and possibilities that you would have to do and meet all the different avatars in the different places. So for my quantum jumping, what I do is I go to something that I want to do. So for instance, when I taught myself to sing, I went to the me that had been trained to sing all of his life, and I had that person talk to me and teach me how to sing while I was sleeping. Because during your life, you can dream a lifetime overnight. So what I did is I had that person teach me to sing, because they had all the different similarities of who I was, but they were able to teach me sing because they knew each other. So as I was sleeping, so I wouldn't have as much of an opportunity to sabotage it because it was happening when I was sleeping. But I set strong intentions that I wanted to sing. And then when I did the Bob Marley, I only trained for 3 days in my waking hours, but I had trained for a year, and I was adding to some things. I do some high level spiritual stuff when I'm singing, that was added to in without having a training and having somebody else do it. But I was listening to certain YouTube videos as I was sleeping about ways to do it. So for you, if you want to do something, pick something that you want to do and go to that avatar. So first, as you sleep tonight, go to the avatar that knows quantum jumping. It's the you that knows quantum jumping. Go to that person and have them train you to quantum jump. And as you sleep, you'll learn to do it, and it won't take a year. And then when you want to do say you want to juggle, So you're going to have to do it waking and sleeping. Say you want to juggle, then you have the you that learned to juggle to change to do it. And if you don't believe, if you've told yourself for a while that you don't believe it, you're going to have the belief avatar come in there that helps you with beliefs around that as you're sleeping. So this is a repeated process. I like the Harvard model, or the society tells you to stay in your lane. I like to have a wedge of my thing. So for everything, for me, I'm an inspirational speaker. I love to inspire people. I'm a connector, so a visionary and entertainment. Anything out of there, I mess around with the sciences if I'm working on a project for a little while, and I don't try and memorize. So stay in your wedge, not in your lane, because you may be able to learn to do everything. Like some people are fluent in a language, but they're not able to keep up that language because they're not able to talk to people for a long period of time and on a consistent basis. So do something that fits along with your purpose and fits in your wedge, and stay with that. Every once in a while, you're going to go out of your wedge, which is totally cool. It will stretch your consciousness in many ways. But be able to do this and expand. So here's the Mandela effect on steroids. Quantum jumping. I didn't come up with the term quantum jumping, but I have a different process, and I'm not selling anything here as far as that process. I use